Hey guys, you might be a guy like me. You know, summer comes and you go, you know what, time to get her out, get the bike ready to go for a ride. And you had the battery out, you did everything right, had it on a trickle charger, had your fuel stabilizer in there. And you put the battery in, hook everything up, starts up good, you go for a ride, seems to be working, everything's happy. Come back, park it away, let it sit for 2 weeks, and next thing you know, it's not starting. I'm gonna go through why that happens, how to fix it, and how to fix it the right way. So, the problem that I'm gonna show you how to fix today is what's gonna happen is you're gonna turn it on, and mine's not turning on right now, but it might turn on and cycle, does the thing where the needle goes, you know, back and down again. Shows you the blinking green light, and then you go in and you go to hit the start button. And two possible things will happen. One, you'll get this crazy clicking sound. It's the starter relay. I think it's right here actually, not 100% sure, but anyway. Yeah, you hear the starter relay clicking and the bike just won't start. The other thing that might happen is it might start and then it'll just die. And that's what happened to me here. You can see I'm turning the key from off to on, nothing's happening. My kill switch is on, everything's on, it's not working. Now, of course, I have it unconnected right now, but even when it was connected, it was doing that. All right, stop, rewind. I forgot to say, this is the 2007 Kawasaki Zx6r. I got her D-badged, no decals other than the old Kawasaki. Kapasaki, as they say. So yeah, this is gonna be common on this bike because this happens to me every single year. I'm hoping today to show you how to fix it so it doesn't happen again. But I believe they made these like 06, 07, 08. Somebody correct me in the comments if I'm wrong about that, but this could totally happen to basically any motorcycle. Let's get into the tools that you're gonna need. First, get yourself a surface and lay everything out. It just makes life easier. If you're gonna be taking everything off the bike, you're gonna need an Allen key set. You're gonna need various sizes of Allen key to remove bolts. You're gonna need, most importantly, a large screwdriver. That large screwdriver is both gonna take off your terminal screws on the battery, as well as help you get the seat off and everything else. If you need to get the seat off, watch a different video. I'm not gonna go over that today. But, so yeah, large screwdriver. Don't get a small one because you can strip these screws. You can also use a 3/8 drive. Does that actually fit? I think it does. Yes, loosely. It does fit. Anyway, 3/8 works. So that's what you want. Actually, a 3/8 drive would be preferred, but if you don't have it, you can use a screwdriver, just because the 3/8 is not going to strip the head of the screw. You're also going to need something to clean the battery terminals with. So I've got a bristly brush here. You can pick these up for like $2. That's just going to help me clean the terminals. And so you need something like that. You can also use a screwdriver. You can use a knife if you want. Anything that can scratch the metal surface is what you're going to need. All right, so let's go over the problem of what's actually happening here. Now, a lot of you are going to think that your battery's dying. It's probably is dying. This bike has a lot of draw on it, more than most motorcycles that I've seen. So basically, it's always chewing away at the battery life. When you run the bike, the stator in it is actually charging the battery. And so if you're driving it all the time, you may not experience this problem as frequently. But if you let it sit like I do and only ride it, you know, one Sunday out of 8, this is going to happen to you a lot more. Now, your battery may look different than mine. I'm actually going to grab, I think I've got my old battery right here. And I've replaced it several times. So your battery may look a lot more like this one. You can see that the terminals actually kind of fit. You know, it's like designed to fit onto this. I swapped it out and got a higher quality battery. Cost me like an extra $20, and it's got way better amperage, doesn't die as often. But as I was saying, the problem isn't really the battery dying. What's happening is you're getting a bad connection. The bad connection means that it can't put enough amperage through to actually start the bike. So I think that's why the relay is cutting out. And that's why you get that buzzing back and forth. The relay basically has enough power, tries to open, then it doesn't have enough power, closes again, and it's just doing that back and forth repeatedly. Now that's if things are okay. If things get really bad, like what happened to me, to where your bike's not even turning on anymore, then what happened there is the corrosion got so bad that when I went to start it, it drew so much amps that it actually basically severed the connection. So it's not permanent damage, but if you have that happen where you try to start it and it just shuts off completely, that's a sure sign that this is what your problem is. If you're getting the clicking, it's entirely possible that it's your battery. But I wouldn't throw your battery out. Go take it to the store. They'll probably charge it up for you, or if you've got a charger, charge it up. All right, so we want to see somewhere around 13 volts. This can be really hard to do with a phone in my hand. I can't set it down. I don't have a proper stand. This is fun. This is fun. Yeah, you want to see somewhere around 13 volts. And I know I can't show you because I kind of disassembled it before I thought to make this video, but right now, my bike would not start before I pulled the terminals off. And you can see I'm getting 12.3 volts, which is enough to start the bike. It's a little lower than it should be, just because it sat so long with a draw on it. But the battery is fine, but it wouldn't start. So once again, the reason is because you get corrosion on the terminals. Now this one, for whatever reason, does not seem as bad on the negative. So if there's somebody out there that knows more than me about this stuff, please comment about it. But I think you tend to get most of your corrosion on the positive side. So let's talk about how we solve this issue so you can get your bike back on the road. So just to show you what you're looking for, I don't know if you can see this that well, but this screw, it's almost got like a white powdery kind of color to it. You could wipe it off. Now I've rubbed most of it off already just by taking it out, but even in the threads, you can kind of see it's got this kind of whitish chalk dust type stuff. That's the corrosion that we're trying to get rid of. So what you need to do is you can start using with a flat blade, go anywhere where the screw is touching the terminal. You want to just scrub, get it, basically scrape just a tiny bit of metal off, and you're basically trying to clean that terminal up. Get it as clean as you can. If you do have, or if you don't have a brush like this, you can use a blade screwdriver. It'll work just fine, but these are kind of designed to do the job and they do it really well. So probably worth picking up, especially if you own this bike, because you're going to be doing this a lot. So just clean up wherever you can. Do both sides. I'm just going to do the red side today because I'm pretty sure that's the side that's causing me all my issues. Also, make sure you clean the battery side. Get everywhere just cleaned right out. So I've cleaned everything out really nicely now, and you can see it's shiny there again. It's not dark and black and corroded and gross. That's where most of our connection is, but a lot of our connection, the way yours is set up, factory, a lot of the connection is down here. With mine, with these fancy terminals, most of it is actually on the top with the screw. So you want to make sure you clean that up good too. So all you have to do at this point is reconnect it, and it's probably going to start your bike. It's going to be able to draw enough amps and get you back on the road. But it's going to happen again. You haven't actually fixed the issue. Corrosion happens when it's exposed to oxygen. That's what allows it to corrode. Wow, big words, big words. So I'm going to show you two things that you can do to try and make this not happen anymore. So you're going to see this stuff around: battery cleaner and protector. Cleans, detects, neutralize, protects. Sounds good. It's good stuff. It works well for cars. I recommend it in most cases. But for this bike, this is not going to work. This is junk. What you want to do is go get yourself some dielectric grease. Now, contrary to popular belief, dielectric grease does not conduct electricity. It's an insulative grease. It does not let electricity flow. So what you're doing is you're putting this on to keep the oxygen off the terminals. So you want to put a nice big coating of it all over the place. And when you screw the terminals back together, they're going to push that grease away and they're going to make a good connection. But anywhere there's not a connection, they're going to stop corrosion from happening. And that's what's going to allow your motorcycle to start without having future corrosion problems. So I'm going to put some of this on. I'm going to put the bike back together, and then we'll give her a start. Another thing I forgot to mention before I go any further. Make sure you clean the screw off too. I didn't do that, and I just realized I was about to put it back together. This needs to be cleaned too. Everything that's getting current flowing through it needs to be clean. And those threads are There we go. They are not clean. That looks terrible. Okay, I'm gonna snap my fingers, but I can't because my hands are full. And then I'm gonna show you this screw clean. And snap. It's still not perfect, but I don't know if you can tell, but there's not as much of that white crud left in the threads, nor on the, especially the plate, where the head of the bolt actually screws and touches to the terminal, right here. That part's clean as well, and that's what we want. So, I'm gonna put some grease on this. I'll show you that, and then I'm gonna put it back together and we're gonna make her start. All right, so you can see I put the grease on there, just sort of spread it around, all the way around, put a big gob on, put a bunch on there. Be liberal with this stuff. It's not gonna hurt anything. I mean, don't get it everywhere, but it's not gonna hurt anything. And the more you have, the more corrosion protection you have. Once I screw this together, I'm actually gonna spread even more on top. All right, so I got the good stuff on there. I can kind of tell I spread it all the way around. By the way, I'm just gonna apologize. I forgot to hold my phone sideways, so I know this video is gonna be one of those up and down guy sucks at using his phone the proper way videos, but hopefully it helps you out, and if it does, I guess you just gotta deal with it. Anyway, very good coating of grease on there. That's what you need. Now, I have not tested this. When I was putting this together, I heard something in there turn on. I don't know what it was, but it was probably figuring out that it was powered up again. So I'm just gonna, oh, well, that's not what we wanted. That was weird. That is not how that's supposed to go. I'm just gonna shut it off again. Yeah, maybe it just needed to reset itself. Anyway, let's see if it will start up for us here. Nope. Okay, well, did not solve that problem. Alright guys, so that just goes to show when your bike doesn't start after that and you're doing it on camera, proves that it's live. When you're going to do a job, do it right. Do it right the first time. Luckily I didn't put anything away, and it didn't work, so it's forced me to do it right the first time. But I went ahead and I pulled the negative terminal off, and if you look, if I can get, there we go, it's all white again, corroded, just like the other side. So I'm going to clean up this side as well, clean up the terminal, do the exact same thing I just did on that side, and I bet you it's going to solve our problem. Alright, so I got this one all greased up too, screwed back together. Now I actually have two separate sets of terminals with this one. It's kind of a stupid design. I might end up modifying this a little bit to make it work better, but I have not tried it yet, so here we go. Oh, that's lovely. It didn't even turn on that time. Seriously? Okay, back to the drawing board. All right, third time's the charm. This time I took them both off and just tightened down those bottom bolts. For you, this is probably not going to be a problem. I got this stupid aftermarket goofy setup, and that's what's causing my issue. I may end up having to take this apart, cut the wings off, and completely modifying this to make it work. But that's because I bought something aftermarket. If you just followed my steps, it should just work for you. Let's find out if I got it this time. That did not look promising. Okay, time to go full out. We're gonna modify her. I'm gonna go eat some food and come back to this. So guys, just cooking some food here. Taking a break, because things didn't go quite the way I planned it. But just keep in mind, things don't always work out the first time. Don't give up. Get back to it. Take a break. Get on the barbecue. Relax a little. And then get back to it. Don't give up on it. Now, I got a custom battery. I mean, I've done that fix several times with my other battery. It always worked for me. Probably will work from you, but let's say it doesn't. Pull them off. Give them another clean. Maybe you didn't get them quite as clean as you needed to the first time. You know? And if it's frustrating you, walk away, take a break, make some chicken. I'm gonna eat something, recharge, and then we'll get back to it. All right, guys, so we're back at the bike. Since most of you probably don't have this goofy aftermarket battery, I decided not to show how I modified everything, but I cut up all my connections, made them so they actually sit in flush and fit good without that weird connection. I put the lithium or the dielectric grease in there, and so we're gonna try this out and see if it works. Now, even if this doesn't work for me, although third time should be the try, it will work for you because I've done this almost every year to my bike in the past with the factory battery. Again, that's this type of battery with the side post connections or top. I don't know what I'm saying, but it'll work for you anyway. So I'm gonna give this a shot and hope this works out. One thing I should say too is the reason I've had to do this so many times is because I didn't use the dielectric grease in the past. That should prevent it from happening again in the future. Here we go. And nothing. That sucks. All right, well, I'm gonna take another look at this, get my voltmeter out and see what's going on. So all I did was literally just backed up the screws a little bit, and before I even got them off, I heard something inside the bike turn. I don't know what it's doing, cycling the fuel pump or something, no idea, or calibrating itself, but I heard something cycle, so I'm pretty sure it's gonna work. I have not started it yet. I just checked the voltage. It's not quite as many volts as on this side. It's showing 12.3, but that could just be because of the lithium grease on the top. So let's give it a shot here. Frick. And I'm about to give up. All right, guys, so I figured out the problem here. You can see I've got 12.3, get that glare out of the way, 12.3 volts measuring on my side terminals. Now your battery probably doesn't have this. I've got two sets of terminals and I'm measuring 12.3. Now if I take these out and I go, well, this is hard to do with the phone, I'm only getting about 0.4 volts here on this side. So basically my connection is not good enough. That's my problem. Gonna have to take it off, clean it up, try and get a little bit of a better connection somehow. All right, guys, I want to show you what I think's happening. I just checked again, getting good voltage on the battery. Battery's fine. We're just obviously not there on the connection. I think what's happening is I need to get this surface right here to mate to the bottom of this surface. And if you look on the side profile, the way I've cut it off, it's a little bit curved up on the edges right here, if you can see that. And I think that's holding it up off and it's not getting good connection. So I'm gonna grind that down. It's on both of them like that. I'm gonna grind that down on both of them and hopefully we'll get a good connection and get her going. All right, I'm really hoping she goes this time. We're showing the full voltage of the battery across the two terminals. I just checked it again. I ground off that. They're nice and flat sitting in on there now. Everything should be good. I don't recommend buying a battery like this after having this experience. It did put out more voltage, but this is kind of a pain. So let's see what happens here. Nothing. All right, so I just worked the terminals in and out a couple of times just to try and clean up any crud. Maybe when I was grinding, some stuff fell in there. I'm not entirely sure, but I also want to try and squish the lithium grease out and make sure there's a good connection. So I just worked them in and out, back and forth a couple of times, and tightened them up good. Checked again. We got the voltage this time. I also heard whatever it is that's resetting in here again, which means I know it's at least going to turn on. Let's find out if it'll start. All right. There we go. Very nice. Oh. That's how you do it. So clearly the right idea because it did start. Like I said, just as a final wrap up, if you had an original battery like this that it fits over, make sure you clean these off real good on top. Clean the underside of your terminal, clean your screw off. When you put it back together, I'm sure it'll work, but if you want to stop the problem from happening again, put some dielectric grease in there, work the terminals in and out a few times, make sure you get a good connection. I'm sure it'll last quite a while for you. So I got her all fixed up here. I hope you enjoyed the video. Give me a thumbs up, throw in some comments if you know had any similar experiences or got anything to add. If you ask any questions, I'll try to answer them. I'm sorry for the poor camera work, but I just used my cell phone on this one, so try to do better in the future. If you want to follow me on, I got a video log that I'm starting to do here, just doing random stuff like this, so you never know what it'll be. Feel free to follow me. All right, thanks a lot, guys.